Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and I'm super excited. Today we're going to be unboxing a roll of wheat pennies or better from eBay. It says that the dates are random, so hopefully that means there could be something good inside. These eBay rolls, sometimes they are really good, other times they are not quite as good of a value for the price that we paid. But yeah, this one has a Barber Dime on one of the ends, so that kind of makes it more exciting. Maybe that'll be a key date too, you never know, or maybe it'll just be a nice condition one. I'm going to open this one up and unbox it live, or pretty much live with you. We'll be kind of keeping an eye out for, is it a good mix of dates? Are there any cherry picker errors? You know, just to kind of get a sense. As a young kid, I was always wanting to buy these different types of lots. So now I think it's fun. I can kind of just investigate them myself. I think that this one, forget exactly who made it, but I'll have the photo of the eBay listing. I paid like 20 bucks, so it's not a huge investment, but hopefully we can find the right coin to get that back. And here we go. So I'm just going to have the package here, going to tear it open and get this Barber Dime roll started. Excited to see what's inside. And it says, thank you for your eBay purchase. Our goal is to earn 5-star feedback. If you have problems, make it right. Well, let's see. Hopefully there's not going to be any problems. But before we do that, before we check out the dime on the end of the roll, the key dates would be 1892S, 1893, 1895, 1896 O or S, 1897 O, 1901 S, 1903 S, and 1913 S. So we'll hope to see one of those dates on the end of this roll. Going to now take open the bubble wrap. And there we go. I'm just seeing on this end, it looks like we've got a wheat cent. And on this end, I can't tell quite yet. Looks like it's actually damaged by the rolling equipment that presumably the creator of this roll used. 1898 is going to be on the end of the roll, so I don't think that that's going to be, something to get super excited about, but it is kind of nice to have one from the 19th century as opposed to the 20th. On here, I don't see any rolling damage, but yeah, if this person is rolling them themselves, they do need to watch out for not damaging the coins, because if this was a valuable one, it'd be a shame. Now I'm going to take some photos for the thumbnail, and I'll be right back with the unboxing. And as I mentioned earlier on, back from the thumbnail, but we're going to be looking at the coins inside of the roll and hoping that there's at least a good distribution of earlier dates, maybe some mint marks. I'd be pretty disappointed if there wasn't at least a San Francisco and Denver mint mark, and then hopefully getting a better date than just something that's slightly older. So I guess I'm just going to try to Alright, so I ripped off the end of the roll, or the wrapping, just so that would be better to unbox, but we're going to start out with a 1934, so I guess I'll just make piles by decade here, but that's not super bad. Let's see what that is. That to me looks like 1930, and I'd say it was a double die, but I think that's just some damage there, but good to have two earlier coins, right out of the gate. Next up, 1929, so I'm also impressed with that. Sometimes it's just all the older ones. Next one, 1944D, so good to get a first mint mark. After that, 1950, a little bit less exciting. Maybe I'll do 4 in a row here. 1955, always got to check for the doubling there. That's not the case here, though. 1929 again, so still, not bad distribution. 1923, and a 27D, which is actually a, not a better date, but good to see in a roll. Often, I was worried that they just have kind of some coins that are like 1920, 1923, but then no mint marks along with it. 1935S is also a cool find, and actually, yeah, that's our first San Francisco mint mark. So the criteria that I kind of laid out at the beginning seem to have been fulfilled. 1934, 2 of them, and sometimes I almost wonder if people realize that it's me when I'm buying their rolls, and then they kind of see them a little bit better. But 1935, kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. Always look. I once found a double die in 1936, and I actually want to make sure that that's not the case here. I'm not seeing it. I thought I saw some extra thickness there, but I would not say that that's the double die. Then we got a steel cent, which is fun. 1943. Steel and zinc coating. 1940, 1949D. So some more, just kind of regular old pennies. Another San Francisco mint, and that's nice. I'm just going to take a little time to zoom out here. This seems like a good roll for a beginner. Obviously, the value so far doesn't seem like we'll make it back per se, but seems like it's not a super unfair roll in terms of what's inside either. 48D. Then we got a 1930, 1939. Let's see. I think we're almost halfway with this one. 1941, and it's not a terrible distribution. 1934. A lot of P-mint 1930s, but that's better than 40s without a doubt. Get a 47, 52S, 1936. Again, looking for that doubling, not seeing any. 1928. Get another quick handful here. 45, 48, 44. And then, let's see, 57D, 47, 20. Is that a mint mark? Kind of looked like it, but no, I don't think so. I'm going to zoom in there and make sure, I'm sure that you can see what I'm seeing right there, but I don't think that that's a faint mint mark. Just looks like, some sort of metal clumping together. And I'll check out the front. I'm going to save the back for the end, but yeah, 1898. Looks like a decent coin. It almost looks like there's some sort of protrusion. I don't think that that's any sort of an overdate in the date itself, but the detail outside of that, man, that really takes away a lot from the coin to have it rolled like that. But I'm going to leave that there so that we can see, do a finale of revealing the mint mark, because I think that they were minted at a wide variety of places. 1928, 1920, 42, 48D. So, continuing to get just normal finds. There's really not much here that would constitute any better than average, but for somebody who's spending 15, 20 bucks their first time buying a roll, it's not the worst. It's not like people are going to feel, in my opinion, cheated. 1937S, nice to get another pre-1940 mint mark. And I'm just kind of thinking back, I would get so pumped whenever we found something like that coin roll hunting. It was really rare as an occurrence. And now it's like a cheat code because we get to unbox a all wheat penny roll. It would be fun to also locate some original rolls bank wrapped before people were really searching for the different coins, or at least they weren't really valuable enough to pull out of circulation yet. 1937 52D, and 1944 is going to be our last wheat cent. So there, and I'll zoom out a little bit here, but there are the piles. We've got 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. We've got a few mint marks, 1927D, 37S, 35S that are from before 1940. A little bit interesting that there's no teens. That's a little bit disappointing. Now, we'll see how the back of this looks. The mint mark would have been there, so this one's from Philadelphia. Nice detail. Again, I'd be pretty, happy with this coin if there wasn't a darn rolling mark. And just something to note, because if that was the case, I didn't buy more than one roll, but if they're all rolled like that, really would avoid this specific roll. And I definitely don't think that I got my money back, but I also had a fun search. And like I said, as a kid, I'd always be looking at these types of rolls, and now I get to show people what's inside. So in my conclusion is that this is not a horrible roll. Like, you shouldn't feel like you're an idiot if you bought this, but definitely don't buy it looking to make any money. And I'd probably say avoid it unless you're totally new. It could make like a nice gag gift for a new collector, but that's probably the extent in which I'd purchase it. I'm going to try a few more of these out in the coming months, not too often, but they're always fun to check out and see what's in them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on another old US coin search sometime soon. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and get in touch with me on my website, treasuretownyt.com, Facebook, Treasuretown, Instagram at TreasureTownYT, or Twitter at TreasureTown_YT, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my future vids.